Alright guys, I am back. Did you guys miss me? Because I have missed you. How are you guys doing? How are you guys doing? I legitimately want to know how are you guys doing. Let me know in the comments. Okay, it's obviously a mail call video, and let's just jump right into it like we always do. Anyways, Cirrus writes, so when I was growing up, there was this older woman I knew who went to jail, and when she got out, we did our taxes, wink wink. Yeah, that's it, taxes. Before she left, we got to talking and I was like, hey, at least you went to jail and not prison. To which she responded, aw, that's cute. Clearly you are still wet behind the ears, sugar. I would have loved to be in prison over county, but thanks for the ride. Then she disappeared into the sunset, leaving me feeling used and all kinds of dirty with way more questions than answers. That's actually really fucking funny. Now it's 25 years later and I get it. And today I'm going to break it all down for y'all because it's wild. County jail was not my idea of fun, and I guess the best place to start is the huge misconception that all prisons are created equal, and I'm here to tell you that is so not true. I broke down penitentiaries, medium and low security, and camps into the FPS Russia's video. So if you want to look at that, I'll put a link in the description so you guys can go back to that video. The video is pretty accurate, you guys. However, it's still up to the warden how a compound is going to run, and this particular warden where I am wants to run this joint like a straight up pen. So I don't get many of the privileges that other inmates at other lows get, and he keeps this a high stress environment, and still this place is still way better than county jail. Let's compare things, shall we? We'll start with staff. So the staff here are insanely disrespectful. Except for his new place, they said that they're way nicer there, so that's good. Or not the new place, he went to like a GROW program, which is for people who don't like get in trouble or get shots and they're almost out the door. Then they go to this place. So the staff there are way more nice. It's still in the same building, but just different staff run it, I think. Anyways, when I first got dressed in, dude referred to my actual ass as my quote-unquote canteen maker. When he strip searched me, and my hands were referred to as my little dick beater. I've seen an officer physically assault an inmate here just for making eye contact with him, but that rarely ever happens, at least not in the public eye of other witnesses. You have some COs here that clearly failed the police academy, and this is their last option. And then again, you have other COs that have come to the realization that we, the inmates, are the ones who truly call the shots, so they just lay back in the cut and let us do our thing so long as nobody dies or anything like that. But with that being said, the staff here, as incompetent as they are light years better than county jail staff. The staff in county was so fucking bad. I witnessed them actually set dudes up to get their asses beat by other inmates just for mouthing off. I personally helped clean up the blood. The staff was not afraid to use their power to make your life a living hell if you got in their crosshairs. Holy shit. Anyways, that's crazy. Now let's talk visitations. Here in prison, you won't know a rule until you break one because they tend to change it day to day. That's very fucking true. Sometimes you can hug, kiss, and hold your kids. Sometimes you can't. It's weird. But I think it depends on what officer is working that day. If he got some punani in the morning before he came into work. I've seen more than one person lose their visitations because they just so happened to break the golden made-up rule of the day. Next, we have lockdowns. I was just letting my girl one day before we got locked down to plan a visit because everything here at Thomson was relatively calm, and then boom, the very next day we got hit with the lockdown hammer. Really, it's not that big of a deal for me because we live 5 hours away, but there are people here from California to New York, so their families have to actually take off from work, buy a plane ticket to Chicago, rent a car, then book a hotel for 1 to 2 days, and before you know it, they are $800 to $1,200 in the hole. No, that's like how much it is for me to go there. For them, it's thousands, which is crazy. Only for them to get here and get told that we are locked down and to try 6 to 8 weeks later. It's ridiculous. I don't know about y'all, but I'd be beyond super pissed if that were to happen to me. It'd be like the BOP system practically spitting on my wife and kids like, oops, sorry, but not sorry about the folks. Maybe you can see your daddy another time. Sorry about the non-refundable money you just spent. It's bullshit. For real though, they honestly need to come up with a better system, at least allow us our visitations on lockdown from behind the glass, or have us in handcuffs or something. Sheesh. However, in county jail, it's way worse. The visits in county are done via video call, and they run $20 a pop. Also, if you think the made-up rules in prison are bad, whoo, you ain't seen nothing. I've literally had my video calls disconnected in the middle of a session, leaving both me and my wife confused as to what rule we broke, multiple times. Then to add insult to injury, the video calls are done in 320p resolution. Think back to like YouTube of 2028. The screen is so goddamn fuzzy, my wife didn't know if she was looking at me or friggin' Oscar the Grouch from Sesame Street. That's funny. Next, let's talk recreation pads, otherwise known as rec yards. Here it's maybe 125 by 375 yards, give or take. Sounds big, right? Wrong. Imagine 700 inmates scrambling to fit on the entire rec pad all at once, and it gets claustrophobic super quick. It still trumps the rec yard in county jail though, because most county jails don't even have a rec yard. The one I was at, we were allowed to go out there maybe if the weather was decent Monday through Friday, and it was only for an hour. Boo. Now let's talk to inmate comparison. Here the warden keeps trying to make us politic and hop on gang time with all this mass punishment that keeps getting dished out to us. This includes the quarterly lockdowns we go through that still doesn't make any sense. He literally just locks us down because he feels like it. I feel like this: if I'm going to be held responsible for other people's action, I want to say on who I'm doing my time with. In county, I had a cellmate that was doing an overnight for drunk driving, and then another time I had a cellmate who was waiting trial with possibly about a life sentence. The point I'm trying to make is that it's like the fucking Wild West in the county jail. I've seen dudes get stabbed more times than I can count. The drugs were flowing like water, and the inmates did whatever the fuck they wanted with no regard for their consequences. It was crazy. In the 7 months I was in county, I saw more bloody fights the whole time I was there, and there was only 50 of us in that unit. In prison, there are more than 400 of us in the unit, and although it's not quite puppies and rainbows, these clowns ain't really about that life. There are a lot of guys here like me who are so close to going home, and they ain't doing anything to jeopardize it. Believe me, you. The only advantage in federal prison is that here we can have letters sent to us, and I can have pictures of my family in my cell. At times I feel like it's the only thing keeping me sane when I look at their photos. Aww. That being said, if you have a loved one who's in county, you better believe that they are doing hard times, so it would be good to do whatever you can to support them in any way you can. Alright y'all, that's it for this video. If you have any questions about anything, feel free to drop me a letter or a comment. The address is right here and it'll also be in the description. He said, and remember, our channel is still fighting to get remonetized, so please hit that thumbs up and pop over to onlytechnicalfans.myshopify.com and treat yourself some of our kick-ass personalized merch. Until next time, be easy. See you guys on the flip side. Alright, so it looks like he did the little merch plug for me at the end, so I don't have to, right? Psych, just kidding. Go over to onlytechnicalfans.myshopify.com and get you one of these shirts. Alright guys, that'll be the end for this video, and if you liked it, give it a thumbs up, comment, and subscribe, and until next time guys, peace. Alright, if you guys like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, comment, and subscribe, and until next...